Have you ever stood in front of your shower, hand hovering over the tap, thinking, maybe today I'll try that cold shower everyone keeps talking about, only to quickly switch it back to warm? You're not alone. Warm water is comforting. It soothes aches, eases tension, and feels like a little hug at the start or end of the day. But what if I told you that trading in that warmth for a burst of cold could be one of the best things you can do for your health, especially after 60? Now, before you roll your eyes or shake your head, hear me out. This isn't about pushing your limits or shocking your system for the thrill of it. This is about discovering a simple, powerful way to boost your immunity, feel more alive, and even slow the signs of aging just by changing how you shower. It might sound a little strange, maybe even uncomfortable, but cold showers are gaining popularity for a reason. And once you understand what's really happening in your body during and after that icy burst, you might just find yourself reaching for the cold tap more often. You see, as we get older, our bodies naturally go through changes. Our immune systems may not be as strong as they once were. Energy can dip, and the aches and pains can become a bit more familiar than we'd like. So we start looking for ways to regain that vitality, to feel more like ourselves again. The good news is you don't need to run marathons or follow complicated health routines to start feeling better. Sometimes it's the simplest habits, like adjusting the temperature of your morning shower, that can make the biggest difference. So, what is it about cold showers that's so good for you? Let's start with something we all care about, your immune system. The idea that standing under cold water can help you fight off illness might sound a bit far-fetched, but studies have shown that exposure to cold can actually increase the number of white blood cells in your body. These are the little warriors that help fight infections and keep you feeling strong. When you expose your body to the cold, it kicks into gear. Your circulation improves. Your body starts producing more of these protective cells, and over time, your immune system becomes more resilient. Think of it this way. Cold water acts as a gentle stressor, and when your body learns to handle small, controlled amounts of stress, it gets better at dealing with bigger ones, like viruses, inflammation, or even emotional stress. It's like exercise for your immune system. Just as lifting weights builds your muscles, cold showers can help build your body's internal defenses. And the best part? You don't have to stand under freezing water for 10 minutes. Even just 30 seconds to a minute at the end of your regular warm shower can be enough to start seeing benefits. And speaking of circulation, have you noticed your hands and feet getting colder with age? That's often due to reduced blood flow. Cold showers can help with that too. When your body is exposed to cold, your blood vessels constrict, then expand again once you warm up. This process acts like a workout for your circulatory system, improving overall blood flow and helping to keep your heart healthy. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles and organs, which helps with energy, healing, and even brain function. Now, I know that sounds great in theory, but what about in practice? How do you even begin to make the switch if the thought of cold water makes you wince? The trick is to start small. Don't think you have to dive into a freezing shower from the get-go. Start with your regular warm shower, and then at the very end, gradually turn the temperature down. Maybe just to cool it first, just enough to feel a little chill. Stay under for 10 seconds. Then the next day, try 15. Work your way up slowly and listen to your body. The goal isn't to torture yourself. It's to gently challenge yourself a little more each time. And here's something else that might surprise you. Cold showers can also help boost your mood. It's not just a rumor. Cold exposure has been shown to trigger the release of endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that help lift your spirits. Some people even compare it to a natural antidepressant. That burst of cold can wake you up, shake off mental fog, and leave you feeling more clear-headed and alert throughout the day. So if you ever find yourself dragging your feet in the morning or feeling a bit low in the afternoon, a quick cold rinse might just give you the lift you need. I know it's not easy to step out of your comfort zone, especially when that comfort zone is a nice, warm shower. But there's something powerful about doing something a little bit difficult every day. It builds resilience. It reminds you that you're still capable of surprising yourself, even after 60. And the benefits go far beyond the physical. There's a kind of quiet confidence that comes from doing something that once felt impossible, and then realizing, hey, I can do this. So if you're looking for a simple, natural way to boost your immune system, increase your energy, improve circulation, and even lift your mood, cold showers might be worth a try. It doesn't require fancy equipment or a big lifestyle overhaul. Just you, your breath, and a little courage to turn the tap just a bit colder than usual. Now that we've explored how cold showers can strengthen your immunity and support your circulation, let's keep going and look at how this one habit can ripple into other areas of your well-being, especially when it comes to your energy levels and mental clarity. It's amazing, isn't it, how one small change, like a few seconds under cold water, can stir up something deeper inside us, not just physically, but mentally too. You might notice that after a cold shower, your mind feels sharper, thoughts are clearer, there's a lightness in your step, even if the rest of the day hasn't changed. That's no coincidence. There's real science behind that sensation, and it all starts with how cold water impacts your nervous system. You see, when cold water hits your skin, your body reacts immediately. Your heart rate rises just a little, your breathing deepens, and your brain lights up. It's almost like flipping a switch. This process wakes up your entire nervous system, sending fresh signals through your body and stimulating the release of norepinephrine, a natural chemical that enhances focus, sharpens attention, and improves mood. It's like a cup of coffee, but for your whole body. For those of us in our 60s and beyond, staying mentally sharp becomes even more important. We want to keep enjoying life, whether it's reading the morning paper, chatting with friends, playing with grandkids, or simply savoring a walk in the garden. When your mind is clear, everything just feels better. You feel more present, more alive. And cold showers, believe it or not, can play a role in helping you maintain that mental vitality. But there's another, perhaps more surprising benefit to cold showers that many people overlook: better sleep. Now, I know that sounds odd. Cold water seems like the last thing that would help you wind down, right? But the truth is, when done at the right time, usually earlier in the day, cold exposure helps reset your body's internal clock. It helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which is your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. When your circadian rhythm is balanced, your body knows when it's time to be alert and when it's time to rest. You fall asleep more easily, sleep more deeply, and wake up feeling refreshed instead of groggy. And while the cold shower itself is energizing, it sets off a chain reaction that supports better rest later on. It's a little like planting a seed in the morning that blossoms into a good night's sleep. Now, let's talk about energy. Not the kind that comes from caffeine or sugar, but the kind that builds up from the inside. Many people over 60 find themselves feeling tired more often. Maybe the days feel longer, or your get up and go seems to have, well, gotten up and gone. It's frustrating, especially when you want to stay active and enjoy your days to the fullest. That's where cold showers can really shine. After just a few days of including a cold rinse in your routine, you may notice a subtle shift. You wake up with more enthusiasm. That mid-afternoon slump doesn't hit quite as hard. Your body feels more awake throughout the day. Why? Because cold exposure increases mitochondrial activity, those tiny energy factories inside your cells. The more active your mitochondria, the more energy your body produces naturally. You're not just masking fatigue. You're actually generating more fuel to power your day. Even your skin might start to thank you. Cold water helps tighten pores, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation to the skin surface. That fresh glow you notice? That's real. And it's not just about appearance. It's a sign that your body is responding positively. When your skin looks healthier, it usually means the rest of your body is, too. Let's not forget about willpower. There's something deeply empowering about choosing to do something uncomfortable and then doing it anyway. That moment when you step into a cold shower, your breath catches, your heart races, and your mind tells it back out, but you stay in. You breathe through it. You prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. That kind of strength doesn't just stay in the shower. It follows you. It shows up when you face a difficult conversation, when you're working through a tough day, or when you're simply trying to stick with a new habit. That quiet confidence, the kind that says, I've done something tough today and I'm still standing. That's the real power behind cold showers. It's not just the physical benefits. It's the mindset shift, the way it reshapes how you see yourself and what you believe you're capable of, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to go all in on the first day. Just start. Turn the tap a little colder. Count to 10. Breathe through it. Celebrate that tiny moment of courage. And the next day, go a little longer, a little colder, not to punish yourself, but to remind yourself that you're still growing, still adapting, still alive in the very best sense of the word. And if you ever need a reason to keep going, just remember this. Your body was made to respond to the elements, to adapt, to rise to the challenge. That hasn't changed with age. It's still inside you. And something as simple as a cold shower can help you tap into that strength in a safe, empowering way. There's a kind of joy that comes with realizing you still have power over your health, that you can wake up each day and make choices that support your body, your mind, and your spirit. Cold showers may not be for everyone, but if you're curious, and even just a little bit brave, they might become a small, daily victory that brings more vitality into your life than you ever expected. Next, let's keep exploring how this practice can affect deeper parts of your well-being, like your mood, your confidence, and even how you relate to the world around you. It's a funny thing, isn't it? How something as ordinary as water can stir something extraordinary inside us. After all, we've all stood under a shower countless times. But when you switch that dial to cold, really cold, something changes. And it's not just on the outside. What really shifts is your mindset. For many people, especially after 60, confidence can start to waver. Not because you've lost who you are, but because the world around you can make you feel like you're slowing down, like you're less needed or less capable. That's why something as small as a cold shower can carry such a powerful message. It reminds you, I can still do hard things. That mental shift is so valuable. Because once you show up for yourself in that way, by choosing challenge over comfort, even for just 30 seconds, you start to see other areas of life differently. You begin to question the limitations you've accepted. You might catch yourself saying, well, if I can handle that freezing water, maybe I can go for that walk today. Or maybe I will finally take that trip I've been putting off. It may sound like an exaggeration, but it's not. That sense of accomplishment, of rising to a personal challenge, has ripple effects. You begin to feel braver, more in control, more alive, and that spills into everything, from your relationships to your goals, even to how you carry yourself. Let's talk for a moment about mood. As we get older, it's natural to have ups and downs, but sometimes those downs can linger longer than they should. Loneliness, frustration, or even a sense of being stuck can creep in quietly. But here's something fascinating. Cold exposure has been shown to help regulate your mood by influencing your brain chemistry. When cold water hits your skin, your brain releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that lift your spirits. That's one reason why, after a cold shower, so many people say they feel refreshed, almost giddy. It's not just a temperature change. It's your brain lighting up with natural, healthy signals of joy. That chemical shift can help you break out of funk. It's not a magic cure, of course, but it can be a tool, a little lift on the days you need it most. There's even research that shows cold showers can help reduce symptoms of mild depression and anxiety by increasing dopamine, the neurotransmitter tied to motivation and pleasure. That means a cold shower isn't just a physical shock. It's a gentle mental reboot. And who doesn't need a fresh start now and then? But perhaps one of the most beautiful things about adding cold showers to your life isn't found in a lab or a study. It's in the feeling that you've reconnected with your body in a new way. In our 60s and beyond, the relationship we have with our bodies can change. We may start to notice aches that weren't there before, or a slower pace that sneaks up on us. It's easy to become distant from the body we once knew so well. Yet a cold shower calls you back to yourself. It wakes up your senses. You feel every inch of your skin, every breath you take. It pulls you into the present moment like little else can. That's a form of mindfulness, a quiet awareness of now, that many people spend years trying to find through meditation or retreats. But here you are, finding it in your bathroom. And with that awareness comes appreciation. You start to notice the miracle of being alive. That even after 60, your body is still responsive, still capable, still full of life. You start treating yourself with more care, more intention. You hydrate better, you eat more thoughtfully, you move more gently, but consistently. All because that tiny moment under cold water sparked a new relationship with your body. And here's another thing. When you begin to treat yourself better, others notice. They may not know it's because of your new shower routine, but they'll see the change in your energy. Your family may say, "You seem happier lately," or "You've got a glow about you." And deep down, you'll know it's because you decided to take your vitality into your own hands, even if just for a minute a day. Some people might still hesitate. "But I don't like the cold," they'll say. And that's okay. You don't have to leap into ice baths or freeze yourself for long periods. This is about progress, not punishment. Start warm, then turn the dial cooler for just the last 10 seconds. Breathe through it. Smile if you can. Let your body feel it, even just for a few seconds. That's where the magic begins. It doesn't take much. It just takes consistency and a willingness to show up. And remember, this isn't about being extreme or trendy. It's about tapping into something ancient and natural. Humans have used cold water for centuries as a way to heal, energize, and awaken. You're not doing anything new. You're simply returning to something timeless. Something that's always been waiting for you. And if there's one thing I hope you take away from all of this, it's that age is not a barrier to renewal. In fact, this phase of life may be the perfect time for it. Because now, more than ever, you deserve to feel strong, vital, and connected to the spark within you. Cold showers may be a tool to help you get there. A small act of daily courage that leads to deeper energy, better sleep, brighter mood, and a stronger sense of self. So whether you're ready to dive right in or just curious enough to try a few cool seconds tomorrow morning, know this: you're not doing it alone. There's a whole community of people, young and old, who are discovering that it's never too late to reclaim their energy, their health, and their joy. You've come this far. You've weathered storms, celebrated victories, and lived through decades of change. What's a little cold water compared to all of that? Let's keep going. Let's take a moment to think about what it means to feel truly alive. Not just alive in the sense of breathing or moving, but alive in a way that fills your day with purpose, your heart with peace, and your spirit with strength. As we get older, it's easy to fall into routines that keep us safe, but sometimes that safety slowly turns into stagnation. And when that happens, we stop challenging ourselves, stop discovering, and stop believing in the power we still have. But the truth is, you haven't run out of time. You haven't missed your chance to feel strong, capable, and full of energy. Something as small as stepping into a cool shower can help remind you that life still holds surprises, still holds vitality for you, waiting right there in the small moments of the day. And the beauty is, cold showers don't require anything fancy. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to buy supplements or follow strict diets. You don't even need to leave your house. You simply turn the water knob, take a deep breath, and step in. It's you, your breath, and a decision to stay present. That's it. That's your path to change. Over time, what starts as a physical habit becomes something much deeper. You begin to notice you're not getting sick as often. Your skin feels fresher. You move with a little more bounce in your step. You sleep more soundly at night because your body has learned how to regulate itself again. And maybe most important of all, you begin to trust yourself in a new way. That trust spills over into the rest of your day. You speak a little more confidently. You take better care of yourself without needing to be convinced. And when you face other challenges, you draw strength from those quiet, chilly minutes in the shower when you chose strength over comfort. Because if you can choose that on your own, for your own health, you can choose so many other things that bring light into your life. Think about that for a second. A simple daily habit, done with care and consistency, can lead to a chain reaction. One small win leads to another. Your mindset shifts. Your body responds. Your mood lifts. And soon enough, you've created a whole new rhythm for yourself. One that serves you, supports you, and keeps you connected to who you are at your core. Some folks might say, "Well, I'm too old to be experimenting with cold showers now." But let me say this as clearly as I can. You are not too old to feel great. You are not too old to change. You are not too old to thrive. Age is not a stop sign. It's just a number. What matters more is how you show up for yourself today. And if today you try something new, something a little uncomfortable but filled with potential, that's a win. If the idea still feels intimidating, you can ease into it. Start with warm water, then finish with 10 seconds of cool. The next day, maybe 15. Take your time. It's not about pushing yourself too hard. It's about meeting yourself where you are and honoring the fact that you're showing up. And please, be kind to yourself through the process. There's no perfect way to do it. Some days will feel easier than others. That's okay. What matters most is consistency and intention. Over time, your body will adapt. Your mind will get stronger. And you'll look back and smile at how something so simple ended up making such a big difference. Before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for being here, for being curious, and for being willing to take steps toward a stronger, more energized version of yourself. It takes courage to try something new, especially when the world seems to expect you to slow down. But you didn't listen to that. You chose growth. You chose vitality. So here's to you, to the spark inside you that's still burning bright, to the small changes that lead to big transformations, to the reminder that your journey is far from over. And in fact, some of the best parts may still be ahead. If you ever doubted your strength, let this be a reminder you've still got it. Your body can still surprise you. Your mind can still sharpen. And your heart can still open to all the joys and challenges that make life beautiful. If this video inspired you, let us know in the comments. Have you ever tried cold showers, or are you thinking of giving it a shot? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more wellness tips just like this. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel vibrant. And you deserve to live each day with energy, clarity, and joy. Here's to living your best life at any age.